Hey guys, today is so amazing. I'm excited. I'm Natalia. You know that.
I'm Audrey.
And we have a very special guest. Her name is Sin. She's a singer, a songwriter, a mommy, a stepmommy, and she has one on the way. The clicking means we're pointing.
For those, yes, for those of you that are not looking or watching our YouTube Talk Baby to Me podcast.
Small plug.
The name of it.
Yes. This woman is what, we just decided 34?
34 weeks.
Decided. I mean, we counted.
We had to look it up.
Yes,
it's my second
calculated.
baby, so, we had to keep track of these
yes,
things.
But if you can't, you're not watching. She is 34 weeks pregnant, so this is...
And she looks stunning and radiating. And is that the word, radiating? Yes. She literally walked in here and I was like, gasp. How did you put yourself together like that?
The nanny arrived.
So
we love a good nanny. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. The only reason why I'm here is because I have a nanny. Otherwise, I don't know how this would even happen. We probably would be doing this in the kitchen somewhere with our kids in a playpen, hoping that they're not yelling
on Zoom,
or with like our
devices.
audio.
Yes, exactly.
Or like our audio guy would have extra work because there'd be like screaming and shouting and all sorts of stuff. Like
we would just leave it in.
That you know what? That too.
You know what? Okay.
Okay. So you guys know we like to get started, but just kind of talking about our week and like the chaos that came into our life in the mommy world. So
the chaos or not chaos, the good or the bad?
Good or bad? No, it's most likely chaos, but yes, you're right.
So no, I totally agree, but I'm trying to be
it's never chaos.
Trying to be positive.
She is positive
chaos.
this week. Actually, Audrey's been very positive.
It's never chaos in my house.
Never.
Oh, that's
There's
good.
only 3 boys and I'm pregnant.
Okay. So Sin, tell us what, like a highlight and a high, a low, or something.
Well, Kyle's out of town. That's my husband, by the way. You guys both know him. So Kyle's out of town.
A recent husband.
Yes, my recent husband.
We have to talk about that.
We will. Yeah. So I'm alone with my baby, and I've got the nanny half the week. She comes like around lunchtime, so early mornings and into the evening by myself, which is I can do, but it's hard to be on at all times, and present, because when you're not present with your kid, you're like feeling guilty, but that's impossible to be
mom
present
guilt.
Yeah, totally. But so it's just been a lot of like, trying to keep him engaged or entertained in like enriching ways, and then also like finding that balance of like, and now you can watch Blippi.
Yeah.
So
and also like finding somewhat of a zen for yourself, I'm assuming, like at some point in the day.
Totally.
Like,
I mean, right now it's like the only zen I find is like in scrolling. And you guys know I just released some music, one song.
Good song.
So I've been keeping up with all
I was
that.
like, I held everything in to not sing the song, but it's amazing. And Edrius and I, since I met Sin, which was a few years ago, like, I've always listened to her music, and Edrius really likes a couple of her songs. But when I started playing "Where Do All the Diamonds Go," he just like calms down. I'm not even kidding. I play it when I change his diaper.
I'm gonna try this.
I've played the music video.
Do it.
No, I swear. And then the other song that you had, my brain.
Drinks.
Main topic: drinks or house?
Katy Perry, House.
House with
Yeah,
a view.
House with a. I got a house with the view. I told you I was going to try not to sing it.
Oh,
Anyway,
no.
I just love that song. Remember we sent you videos of him dancing in the living room?
Yeah. I mean, I do watch a lot of like kids stuff these days, so it comes through in my melodies, maybe.
Yeah. No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that. I just think,
I know.
just so you know, Ella's favorite thing is Billy Joel. So
So cute.
I think also Lil Wayne. So
Wow.
who knows?
Yeah.
Who
Wow,
knows?
good taste.
Yes. Yeah.
Very eclectic.
Yeah.
Teaching them young.
So it could be, but it also could just be good fucking music.
Yeah, that
Well,
too.
I think children are really empathetic to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I think he just like vibed to it. So we all can agree that Sin is a master in that. I feel like
thank you.
No, I really mean it. You know that. And I remember when we were in the car one time and you were playing your unreleased music, and I can't.
Oh yeah, I made you.
I was like, keep going. She's like, I don't have to, but I just, and I'm like,
And then here's this one.
Yeah.
Oh, say no more. Here's another one. Like, I was like, oh, and I wrote this today.
I just can't believe like that, what it takes to write music and just getting all the way into it, like your
Yeah.
emotions. It's almost like a diary, I feel like, which is what this podcast is to us. So it's how do you juggle all of that? Like, I don't even know.
I mean, it's very like, I do it because I have to. I mean, I understand so much more about myself when I'm writing. I just write a lot. Like, I keep a journal at all times, and then occasionally I'm lucky enough if I get it into a melody. Yeah. Actually, Where Do All the Diamonds Go started with this journal entry of me having like this weak moment and thinking about Kyle's ex and, comparing rings and just to be real, like, it's a lot to think my partner promised themselves to someone else. Yeah, exactly. And not only that, like welcomed children into the world. And, it's totally fine and beautiful. And it's still something that I, at the time, was thinking about. So it started with a journal entry and turned into a song. And I'm like, sometimes it doesn't happen so gracefully. Sometimes it's like, you talk shit or you're vindictive in the song. But this one was pretty much
your heart.
My heart, my
your
authentic
emotions,
self,
your feelings,
my spiritual self kind of coming through in the music. And like, I love that. It's like a timeless thing, I think. And I'm also a child from divorce.
Right.
So there's a lot of like, repeated traumas that I've kind of
generational curses.
Yeah, I've kind of like repeated a few things as I've
honey,
realized.
we are only
I'm a child
human.
of divorce, and so is Nat.
Yeah.
So,
to be honest, just so the audience understands a little bit more of that, if you don't mind.
Yes, please.
Kevin.
That's his brother's name.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I ment to talk about Kyle.
Sorry, Kev, but like, you're in here too.
So Kyle had married somebody prior, had a family with a woman prior, and didn't work out. And then he met his true love, and now they have a baby and one on the way. And sorry, not sorry, but it takes a really strong woman to take that kind of baggage. It is baggage, whether it's good baggage, bad baggage, great baggage, or what. It's baggage.
History.
It's a lot, and commend you for that. Number one.
It's harder than people think.
It is. I mean, I can't even imagine. I'm a psycho.
I don't know because I don't know. I don't know if people are like that though. Like, I think it's hard. Yeah. I actually think it's hard, especially like I have stepbrothers and stepsisters, and I have half brothers and half sisters, but I don't have anyone from another family that I've had to mother. And mothering my own child is hard, so I can't imagine trying to just fit in, instill beliefs, make a family life, and also make it work for you and the kids.
Yeah.
All of them.
I mean, really, like, us adults, we have our issues, but like...
So many.
But in the long run, what really helps me is like, my stepchildren are just beautiful, innocent,
they're so sweet.
Children.
Virtually blank slates that I need to protect. And if I like put aside whatever drama that's going on, like the reality is like they need to be given a fair chance at like the best life possible.
100%.
So like it's so hard to. I'm not perfect, but I always try to go back to that thought because I'm just getting emotional. I think children are like the most important thing in the world.
100%.
So, I mean, if I try to hold to that, then all the rest becomes really small,
Yeah.
Woo!
No, it's okay. I'm not gonna lie. Like you just like tugged so many chords because I read something today that in this aligned in some way made me think of it. A little quote from a mommy page that I follow out of the thousands, and it said something like, if we're having a harder time dealing with the traumas that we've gone through, it's because we're still mothering and taking care of our parents who have never gone to therapy. Right. So like you just made me think of, you went through your family's divorce, I went through my family's divorce. They're almost like set in their way. I mean, maybe most. And now you have to think, for the other for the other mother, for the dad,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that you keep your head on strong for the kids.
No.
Because you don't want them to read that meme and let them trigger
Oh
them.
my God, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't know if that was like.
totally.
No,
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, it wasn't word vomit. I totally got it. Like,
Yeah.
Thank you.
you know, I think too though it's such a norm. It's not normal in the way that people should feel because, you know, people should typically feel happy and like really like free in their lives, but this is such a normal circumstance that people face. Maybe not the normal stuff.
Step parents.
Yeah,
or-
not the normal type of life that you're facing,
Mhm.
but like divorce, step parents, or whatever. But it's hard in general to every single person. There's some sort of trauma that will
Mhm.
go. So I'm just very curious, like, how is your and Kyle's, not Kevin, not Kevin,
Gosh.
not Kevin's
Kyle's gonna kill
relationship?
me.
like, does it put a strain on it? Does it make you want to have the like, you know,
How did you feel when you found out you were pregnant? Like, how's your relationship? Yeah.
Well, when I found out I was pregnant, I was overjoyed. I mean, I was scared more so like on the professional
Wait, you mean for
front.
the first one or the second one?
for the first one too. I mean, even though when I found out I was pregnant, I had only known Kyle for a couple weeks.
Yes.
Like,
We haven't
you
discussed this
know,
part yet.
I know.
How do you want to do it? Do we
Go into that one.
Yes, let's do
All
it.
right.
Let's do first baby first.
First baby. So when I found out I was pregnant, Kyle and I were dating for only a couple weeks. We had fostered a relationship on FaceTime.
Oh.
And then he was staying out of the state, and I went to him and was like, "Listen, if you get an Airbnb, so I don't have to be around your kids,
Yeah.
they look wonderful, but like I'm not about to be like, hello, you know,
No, and that's good for both. Like,
you may
both
call
parties.
me Aunt Vicky." No, Parent Trap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is it Parent Trap? Anyway, I was like,
I'm gonna have to Google it.
All I'm saying is DJ's aunt is Aunt Vicky, and she's our favorite aunt.
Oh shit.
okay, shout out Aunt Vicky.
Yes, we love Aunt
Anyway, so I just wanted to ease them into it.
Vicky. Of course.
Whether or not we achieved that in being pregnant the second or first time, who knows, that we had sex. Okay, maybe this is TMI. But you get what I'm
No,
trying to say
sex is
here.
life. We
Just
get
so you know,
it.
there's
in
no
life.
TMI
No,
here.
we've talked about vaginal.
Vaginal tear.
Jesus God.
Vaginal tear.
Vaginal tear.
I actually saw that. And I was thinking, you know what? If we go there, I have no shame. The
I have
men in
none.
the room are laughing. This is part of it. This is part of it. This is
No,
why women are like,
first of
oh
all-
my God, do I talk about my vagina ripping?
I can't. First
Okay, I just want to also let
Sorry,
you guys
we
know.
are
lucky.
way out there.
You're lucky to hear this, though. I'm
We
telling
just had
you.
a full ass conversation about farting right before we started recording.
I
so-
don't even remember what it felt like when my vagina tore.
That's what it was.
Apparently, it looks good. I don't know.
The doctor's like, yeah, it's a
Apparently.
great tear. My doctor was like, you know, it's going to be some pain, but you're in good
I
shape.
never took the mirror and looked. I never looked.
I would never look until
girls do.
my mother-in-law took a video of it.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Hold on, listen to the last episode.
Wait, was that okay?
no,
I mean, it wasn't
it was
supposed
illegal.
to happen, but she can't hear. Yeah, and it was illegal,
Oh.
but not of my
I told
vagina.
I
just
told
with it.
Kyle to take a video. He's the director, though. You know, he had it up here.
It's okay.
Her vagina is copyrighted.
Well,
Don't-
Sorry about that.
Nat goes, no, it's not. Nat goes, yeah, you're like, don't take a picture of my vagina. And Nat in the last episode was like, but take a picture of my vagina. Make sure you get a good angle.
I'm different.
It's okay. Kyle and Mo are friends. So
Yes. Okay,
they have
hold
the
on.
same.
I'm the one that's gonna get us back on topic real quick.
I don't know
I can do
how,
it. I
but
can
yes.
get back on. So
Mhm.
when I found out I was pregnant with Etienne, I knew Kyle for only a couple weeks, and thank my lucky stars, thank God, thank the universe. I just adore Kyle. Like I
Yeah.
knew instantly that he, just from the sound of his voice,
So good.
just like by looking in his eyes, and he actually like before he met me, he told me that he loved me. Like only on FaceTime. We had some mutual friends, so it
That
wasn't
gave me
like
goosebumps.
I know. It's so cute.
thank
that.
you. I don't know why I'm saying thank you to Goosebumps, but I was anticipating.
No, because it's, you know, it's love is love.
I
is
think I'm
love.
just nervous. I say thank you when I'm nervous.
I sing. It's worse.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what I
Anyway, so when I found out I was pregnant with Etienne, it was like the universe was answering my prayers. And actually, Kyle and I had already like, you know, when you're really in love with someone and you like totally jump the gun and you're like, should we have babies? Like we were flirting as fuck like that already.
It's
like
the giddy. But you know what's interesting is like from Kyle's perspective, I can't even talk for him, but I have to think and believe that like he just knew also. He had to have just known, and that feeling was so mutual and so strong that it couldn't stop you. Like that was the force that you guys.
Well, we call Etienne our force baby. It happened somehow. That's all I'm saying. So then, when I found out I was having this baby, though, I was also overjoyed, and because I didn't see myself as being a mom of
Let
only
me just
one.
preface one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you this. So first baby Etienne, so cute. 2 now. You have a 2-year-old. I was wondering if you were trying, or you just weren't actively trying, but like let things be natural.
Well, Kyle and I have never said
come natural.
Tonight's. We have never come natural to anything. It is so. Him and
We're
I
acting
are
like
so,
a bunch of children.
We're so compatible in that kind of way. Like those motherfuckers just swim to me.
No.
Like I don't know how. There's no aim. It's if we are very blessed.
That goalie was not paying attention.
Good job, Kyle. Good job, Sin.
I know.
The
honestly,
goalie,
yay,
the
you guys.
goalie is like a spy for him or something. But we were talking about it. We were definitely like daydreaming about it, and we were like being flirty again.
So you were you ready? Because a lot of times you read that like at 2 years is when you start finding yourself again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I know that's the one thing. I'm like, oh my God, I have a skincare routine, and there's a newborn on the way. Oh, bye to that, you know.
Yeah.
So I have been feeling like I found myself again. I feel normal again, and I just to be honest, like I am very nervous to lose her again.
Right.
Me,
right? You. Not.
Because I think I might. You know.
Well, may I chime in a bit on that? We haven't talked about 4th trimester or any of that yet, but I feel like I could relate with you in some sense on like that like sense of loss of who do I identify as now? Am I still the boss?
I literally almost have tears in my eyes. Like I feel this hard.
Yeah, it's like. It's like, did I lose the independent me, the one that was so free spirited? This, that, all the things that you can say you identified as. Right. You then become the role of mom and mom everyone.
That's first,
and that's your job now. That's everything. So there is a sense of like, oh my God, I'm going to lose that. I'm scared I'm going to lose it. The first time I feel like, and I don't have another kid, but I think that because you've already gone through it one time. I think maybe the second time around could be and will be if you allow yourself to be strong-minded and willed. And, you know, this is obviously just an assumption or a presumption or whatever. But I think that you will be stronger and you will be able to find Sin in the beauty of this new baby.
Yeah, thank you.
I think so. I'm going to put that out there.
So right, Nat. Like I just have to like hold on to that, you know, I've already done it. And not to like backtrack or bring that down, but you know, there's so much out of our control, even hormonally. I'm nervous about that. I had like a lot of postpartum depression, and I don't know if it was because of my body or if it was because of the reality of my life. Like I was going through a lot at the time. It's hard to have a baby in the middle of someone else's divorce. And that's what I did. And that's what we did together. And like we're so lucky. Like we always came back before we went to bed. If we fought about something or if we were disenfranchised from each other, we came back and we like, you know, we're there for each other. Yeah. So, but it was hard, but with the postpartum, I'm just a little nervous that part might happen again, the chemical part. I'm already bracing for and talking to my doctors about possibly taking a script, you know, because I don't want to go there again.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
Such an important topic.
And you know this also.
Well, mostly for the baby. I don't want to go there. For my kids, for my stepkids.
Oh gosh, I can't.
And just to make everyone really aware, like one baby met somebody 2 weeks in and found out, or 2 weeks into being actually kind of in a relationship with someone, you found out you're pregnant, and you decide to have this baby, but you guys really love each other, but also this man is going through a divorce and he has 2 kids. So now you don't just have one baby, you have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Totally. It's a lot.
And you're dealing with the emotions of trying to juggle how to be the partner for Kyle. Being a partner for Kyle, being you, being mommy to Etienne, being mommy to the other 2 boys, and then being you. So of course it's difficult. I can't even imagine. And that's why I think if there's any other way we've ever said the word super moms, this is like legit. That falls right under the description at the top.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I'm not even trying to like. I'm obviously an empowering person. You guys know that about me, but like, but I mean it. Thank you. So now let's go back into so postpartum depression. So hopefully now you kind of have a little bit of a like understanding of what it was, because I know the first time it hit all of us like a ton of bricks, and then you didn't really know what the fuck to do. Sorry, but I didn't even know that I could go to a doctor because I couldn't even get a hold of a fucking doctor. After you had the baby, it's like, cool, bye.
Get rid of that.
Sucks. That's what it is.
Just come see me 6 weeks. I actually don't even need to look at your vagina that I just stitched up, and you popped a baby out of. I stitched up, and they don't even need to look at your vagina. They're just like,
yeah, I don't.
You feeling?
This
I'm like, okay,
this
cool.
is very TMI, but just so like everyone, like the reality of what women are up against. I did not have a pap smear until I found out I was pregnant again. Like nobody followed up. I could have seeked it out. I didn't have any complications.
But you're
or
a mom.
problems.
You're busy.
You know, I could have been more on it for sure. But like, you would think that they'd go, "Hey, it's been 6 months. Want to come in for a physical?"
Yeah,
just a friendly reminder.
Yep.
Just so you know, they don't do that.
Email.
Yeah, you send me an email every fucking month of my pregnancy.
You
Where
have
are
to
you?
pay insurance
Send
for
me
it.
an
You have to pay
unsolicited text.
Sometimes you have to pay a membership fee. But also, sometimes what it is if I needed to get a medication I was taking, like I've had depression forever. It was actually for my vagina because I had
a depressed vagina
forever. Like not a depressed vagina, but it was
that was a joke. I was trying to make
no, but
make
it really
funny,
was.
But
It's not a depressed vagina, but what it is.
I was thinking I might have it.
No. My vagina seems so fucking depressed right now.
No, I might have
it. Kyle.
So good.
I'm stopping.
So I have interstitial cystitis, which is something like you don't get rid of, but it's just like a very painful thing. So I had to take an antidepressant, but it really was for that. When I needed to re-up, it happened to be around like 6 months after my first baby. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just call my gynecologist because she kind of does all of it sometimes. And they're like, well, no, you need to call your general practitioner. I couldn't get an appointment for 6 months. And then I couldn't get my antidepressant for 6 months that I had been taking before my baby.
Yeah.
And so like you can't get a pap smear, an appointment, anything, but you pay up the vagina for
the torn vagina that went through a bunch of shit and also got depressed.
Yeah. Not to scare you because you're
no, nothing can scare me. I've seen it all.
that sad breath.
Trust me.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's very difficult. So, but now at least you have gone through the experience. You might be able to just overcome it. And you have me and you have Audrey if you ever just need to vent. And now we have kids too, and we know how to raise them. So if you need us to babysit,
well, I don't know if I know how to raise mine, but I'm raising it.
Well, your Instagram stories look good.
Yeah, they're still kicking.
Have you watched?
They're thriving. They're saying 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, do the right thing.
Counting.
Yeah. No.
There you go.
Ella
Thanks
is
to his nanny.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. I count with him. I count with him. No, I'm doing that for comedic value. I spend a lot of time with my son, and I teach him a lot.
I don't think any of us here can say that we don't. Like even I had to switch from being full-time employee at a place to being work from home, and they don't fucking like that. I know that for a fact.
Well, that's only because you're so good at your job.
Yeah, they need you.
See what happens if they let me go.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It's fine, honey. I don't.
Wait, can we please go back to this one topic that I've been dying to ask you about?
I was trying to get back on track. I keep forgetting that we have like an actual audience. That
yeah, it's because the conversation is so good. It's great.
Is it about me?
Yeah. So when you have to mother, and when you have your stepkids, your stepsons, who are adorable, I met them at Nat's baby's birthday, actually. how do you mom when you've already had sons that have been mothered by someone else? Like, is that a hard road?
Oh, she was ready for this one.
I wonder, and not like I have this coming, but also because I'm a product of that kind of environment. I wonder.
Well, their mother and I are very different. So yeah, it is probably one of the top 10 challenges of my life. Like, I really want them to eat vegetables sometimes. Whereas, like,
all the time, the beta my existence.
Gentle parenting. But, like, it is a requirement at my house that it's on your plate. Do you need to finish it? No, because I'm not a fucking evil mom. But, like, would I like you to take one bite? I would.
Taste it.
So that's just an example. Exactly. Whereas, like, and then, there have been instances, I think, of certain situations being undermined. And really a lot of it is like, I set a standard for my son, Etienne, and I want that same standard for my stepchildren. My son will not be leaving or going a day, hopefully, without having something green. Is that realistic? I don't know.
I think it is.
That's what I want for him. So that's also what I want for my stepchildren.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because I don't understand a few things. But
maybe more than a few is what those hand gestures were. If you are just listening,
take it away.
I'll say it.
But I mean, I agree. I think that
there's just like some foundational things, like, that make my job harder a little bit here and there. But I really do always try to turn it around. I say to my stepsons, I just care about you. I'm not, I took a picture of these peas in a spoon. I said, please look at this. There are 2 peas in this spoon. They're so small. That's all I wanted, and it's okay. We can try again another day. Yeah. I don't know what the experts would say about that.
To be honest, I don't think the experts could deny that what you're doing is putting effort into making sure that they're healthy. So there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
and I don't understand how somebody could like not make their kids eat veggies or like not try to at least encourage them to.
Well, there's always like this thing of like, respect what they want above all.
Yes.
They don't want to do it. They don't want that. So don't disrespect them or undermine what their bodies are telling them and stuff. But there's also, I think, it's so hard to find that balance of like, sometimes I would love to eat cookies all day. I do right now. But like, I know I have to make like an adult choice to kind of go, well, I think something green. I'm just trying to kind of balance them out a little.
Yeah.
It's hard. I get nervous. I'm like, am I too strict? Am I gonna create a complex?
This is such an important topic because it's not abnormal to be in the situation. Every situation is obviously relative, but yeah, I honestly couldn't imagine. I commend you for doing those type of things because I just can't imagine not wanting to step on one's toes, but also not wanting to, what is the word? You don't want to put Etienne and your family's life at stake in the way of like letting those type of values not hinder what you want your family to be.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is I think, so many things hit me like after I was so deep in it, which was one of those things was like, whatever my absolutely darling, beautiful stepchildren endure at their other home, they will be bringing it into my home, whether or not my son has asked for it. And that's like, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's whatever to say, but that's not something you consider. And that's something I think I like to tell my girlfriends now who are dating people with children, it's like, just think about that. And it's definitely maneuverable. It takes a lot of strength.
I think it takes a
very strong relationship.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like in a perfect world, you'd almost want to like coexist with the other mother.
I would love that.
Of course. I'm sure you would. I know you. I'm sure you would. But like, if it's not going to be that way, then it's like, shit, now I have to kind of
reevaluate all of it.
I got to do it on my own. I got to figure out what she's
Yeah.
doing, how I have to do it around what she's doing without stepping on toes, but also making sure that me as a mother also bleeds into the stepkids because you are their stepmom. Yeah, that's difficult.
You're blending. You're doing it.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean,
good
it takes
job.
a lot of critical thinking, and like mostly what it takes is a lot of like self-forgiveness as well, because you're never going to be perfect at it. And also,
I'm like that. I don't know why that just gave me goosebumps, but I feel like my mom had said that to me at one point. Like, just trying to make everyone work together in like a very big blended family. I think it's again gonna resonate so much with people
With other
because
step-parents.
because it
It's
it
hard.
has to be hard. It's
Right.
hard for me to have my one other child DJ with my actual child Ella and just like corral them into having a vegetable or something.
yeah.
So I can't. And yeah, like it's great.
No, totally. I mean, I would hate for my stepchildren to grow up and think that I cared for my son or my biological children in any way different than them. And I never, ever want them to feel like that love was, so like I look at them as though they are my children because I think that that's where the best parenting comes from, my like authentic self, like my spiritual self or whatever. So, like
And Kyle, I'm assuming, when you're in your relationship, Kyle also, again, not speaking for him, but you are at a reflection of him when it comes to his kids, because when you show that you love them just as much, you're giving just as much attention, like you're spreading your attention through all of them, not just to one. So for them to know that they separated and they have two parents and your kids just have, or they have three parents, your kids just have, or four, and your kids just have two. It's a good way to be.
So I feel like one time I heard you say that you use basically like your journals. You just said that earlier in the podcast too, like your own life experiences and your journal entries, and that kind of infuses some of your music. Do you think that what you're going through now, or what you've been going through for the past 2.5, 3 years in becoming a mom, raising 3 kids, and do you think that actually inspires you to change your music, or give me a little bit more information on like how you feel from that?
Well, I mean, I couldn't see myself ever writing a song like Drinks again. Who knows? I thought to myself, oh, I'm never going to write a breakup song again. And then I recently had a good friend exit my life. And I was able to write a breakup song. So like these things kind of come in disguise.
Yeah.
But my children kind of have shown me the greatest love of all time. And now I'm writing love songs that I think are just so fucking timeless and universal.
Universal was going to be the word.
Yeah, totally. And you don't have to say who you're writing about. People just think it's a love song.
Of course.
It's really about my son.
Think about all the music that you've heard in the past that you might have thought, oh my God, I'm so in love with someone. Or you've never been in love with someone, but you listen to the music and it touches you and you don't know why you love that song. Yeah. We were talking about Keisha Cole.
I know.
Like,
oh yeah,
I love that song. I'll yodel the fuck out of that song. But did I love anybody when that song came out? No.
That song is stunning.
Right?
Yeah.
So like there's music that is timeless and also universal. So I'm
also
so happy to
applicable to almost, there's music for every time like I would go through a hard breakup before, I just remember being like, God, this song is about me.
Yeah, those are the best songs.
She's like 9.
First of all, yes, I was like 12.
I was like that when I was like 4 with Foolish Games by Jewel.
One of my
Do you
favorite
know
songs
that?
ever.
Yes.
Small Hands. Oh my God, Jewel.
Why I had no business loving Foolish Games.
Why
but
did I
that's
have
your
no business?
Full still do.
By the way,
To a child.
Stevie Nicks for me is nostalgic as fuck. But like when I was talking to her earlier, I was like, Natalie Imbruglia right here gives me, but not like just the one hit wonder, like the whole part of her.
I swear she said that.
Nothing's fine, I'm torn.
Yes, exactly.
Stop.
Yeah.
Nothing's fine, I'm torn. Really is like the theme
It's
of
tatted
this
on my ass
fucking-
cheek.
Yeah.
Nothing fine, I was torn.
Yeah.
I'm a lot of faith. Am I right?
This is how I feel.
This is how I feel.
Illusions never change, okay?
Let's
just
not for reasons you think I'm lying naked on the floor.
Our soundsman and our, what is it?
Sound engineer, audio engineer.
Our sound engineer and our
videographer.
And our
Jesus Lord.
Guys, I don't film. I don't do these things. These are Nat's things.
It's fine.
They're dancing. They're dancing.
We're here to hear perspectives. And I think that's, let me bring us back.
Please.
The reason why that we were super excited to have you on is because, you know, we all we've been handed cards that we're dealt. And we do our best to just live our lives and do whatever, right? But certain people have, like you started dating Kyle. You fell in love.
Not Kevin.
I know, shut up. Oh my God, they're never going to let me live that down.
She's like, I'm going to remind you every time.
Day. I know. It's because I never make mistakes. Just kidding.
Say it again.
I don't know. I have some bloopers, girls. Guys.
So, but yeah, you followed. Just kidding.
Let her get it. No.
I fucking can't. I quit.
No.
All right. So we wanted and we were excited to have you here because you have gone through almost like in the past 4 years. I want to say 4. No, I'll say
it's
3.
not even. I met him in 2020. If you say 4, that means I broke up the marriage, which I didn't.
Oh,
she
shit.
did not.
Let me make sure I make that clear. 2.5, 3 years.
Thank you.
Gosh, you
lived so many lives in those 3 years. You went from singer-songwriter, like making songs like Drinks and kind of like flirting around with a guy, and you flew out to God knows where out of the state to like go be with him.
I thought to myself, 40 is the new frontier. He's older than me, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to just explore, see what 40 is like. Let me tell you, it's great.
I love that for you.
It's okay. I always.
Is DJ older than you?
Yes. Yeah. 10 years, 11 years.
Amazing.
10 years. Yeah. No, 10 years, 9 years. Like
6 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, first of all, I only date like 10 years older.
Okay.
Only date
actually,
it.
I couldn't touch a 20-something-year-old with a stick.
First of all, I never could. I never could.
There's nothing wrong with them. Do they deserve equal rights? They do. Do I want to be near them?
Maybe.
Not necessarily. No.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I can't remember what the fuck I was
You were
saying.
saying how amazing she was in her 3 years that she's had so many lives.
Okay, yes, in 3 years you've lived many lives, and now you're going to take on another chapter. So I'll call them chapters for the sake of this podcast. Lives is a little, but like chapters. You've gone through meeting, loving, baby, drama, fuck, more drama, baby, fucking.
Actually, fuck.
There was fucking in between. I just forgot to put that in there. But now you're pregnant again, and I'm wondering, do you think you know what?
This is good. That's why I'm laughing.
I actually was like, what? I thought you meant fuck. But she just snorted.
Please, I can't feel my pants on this couch.
Our now videographer and our sound engineer are laughing their asses off. They're peeing their pants.
Guys, I do snort sometimes, and it just happens when you don't take the right breath when you're laughing. That's all. It's normal.
I snort every day, like multiple times a day. It's good.
Back to what I was saying.
Okay, you be your empowering self. Tell her how amazing.
No, I wasn't going to tell her how amazing she was. I was getting into another freaking topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've gone through all these things, and now you're pregnant again. And how has anything changed from when you started with the baby number 1 with the step parents? Have you guys come to like a, like, okay, we're doing this.
The other.
Family.
No,
house.
I've just had to kind of put some really firm boundaries down and constantly remind of said boundaries. It's, now maybe this is a good time to say this because I've been thinking about this for years now. And for people who are listening, like, what did I expect getting pregnant in the middle of someone else's divorce? Okay, what did I really expect? Did I expect someone to...
Well, you didn't expect to get pregnant, so...
Well, there's that. But I guess, you don't use protection and it happens. So that's fair. But I never thought that this person would be happy. Did I think we would have a moment of her bitching me out? Absolutely. Was it coming my way? Did I maybe deserve it? I don't know. Deserve is a big word. But was it coming my way? Yeah.
Expected.
I was expecting that. There were a handful of things afterward that I thought were just completely out of line. I guess what I did expect was decency. And that was not what I got. We kind of went like this and got like, back in like toward the line of decency, and then we stray away from it because there's some really strange behavior happening, and even for, I think, legal reasons, like I can't even detail it, like, because it's
so out of the realm. Yeah.
And for the sake of my children, like it's our business, but it's been so
difficult.
It's so difficult. And I I say to them, I'm available for questions or directions regarding the boys. Anything else, you don't need to ask me how I am.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me.
Don't small talk me. Just get to the point.
What I need from you is neutrality. That would be a gift. I don't even need your love. Just please. Like, so that's where I'm at now. And I've even said, like, in order for me to be a good mom, for me to be a good stepmom, and for me to welcome a baby into the world, like, that is what I need.
Yeah.
And it falls on deaf ears,
That's so unfortunate. And I'm so sorry they have to go to that, but I'm very happy and glad and almost like, again, proud. I'm praising her. Proud that you...
Empowering.
Yeah, empowering that you have that kind of mindset, because there's people who, especially pregnant, I know I would probably throw a brick or two. I don't know. But you are handling it with grace, and I commend you for that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I will say, though, that those boundaries aren't exactly, like, they're not inspired maybe even through my full, complete innocence. I have moments where I lose my shit. Because, there are certain instances of, like, I feel threatened. So I go a certain mile to protect myself, to protect my son. And then, and the reality is I don't want to lose my stuff. I don't want to
lose your shit.
Yeah. And so I say, I cannot have casual, whatever the fuck you're,
yeah.
Because
your relationships need to have like an actual
purpose, intention, and bam.
I can't see through the fucking fog that's been left. I can't yet.
Drop bars.
Can't yet. So, like,
by the way, this is what these lyrics come from.
Totally.
On that note,
that's right.
There's one more thing.
Yes. On that note,
are you going to say what I'm going to say?
I have no idea, but let me say it and then we'll see.
Okay, go.
On that note, because it is a mommy episode, so we have to we kind of cut it. I just need to know if in your professional life, becoming a mom, I know this was already said, becoming a mom and then being pregnant, has there been any like discrimination or anything in like the music they want you to sing because you are signed to a record label and there's certain things that you have to adhere to, or you don't have to, but they want you to. So how was that what you were going to say? No. Yes.
Actually, exactly, but differently, but yes, exactly.
Well, I mean, I'll just break it down in like really simple, what diplomatic terms.
And if you cannot talk about it, we are totally fine.
No, it's not. I'll just be honest. Like, they are investing money into me and my creativity, and they spend money
your creativity and your image, though.
Talent. My image, my music videos, styling, the way I look, all this, so that is like an asset to them. So that, of course, they're going to give me advice on how they can best make money back, because they've put this money into it. Right. So they have ideas. And like, I think it's completely, totally fair. Sometimes I'm not in a place to hear them, the ideas. I'm really sensitive. Like there's so much about the story and how I welcomed my first baby into the world. So there's a lot of, trauma around that because I kept it so private for reasons. And so when someone says to me, maybe don't post about your son.
Yeah.
To me, I hear it as, something.
You did something wrong.
Yeah. Or like someone's, being mean to me or something. And in reality, they're just looking out for their investment in a product that I provide. So
do they not know that that's like one of the most profitable business? I'm just saying, like, mommies in the world.
They do, but I feel like
they don't think like that.
For some reason, why is it such an old... It's
old school mentality. Yes, very much.
It really is.
I work with some classics.
That's amazing.
So we all know about DJ too. So I listen to this kind of stuff daily too. And
what does he think about it?
Oh, he doesn't comment on this specifically. Like,
sure.
Because he could care less. But when he works for a record label, he works for a record label, but he's like his independent self. Like, so he's like, it's probably so much better to have any type of press or media out there.
Exactly.
But also because he works in a corporate or was working in a corporate environment,
there's certain things you have to.
There is a directive that they are on.
Here's my thought, and this is why whenever you would post about it, I would get livid.
Yeah.
Because if you
that was only on Close Friends.
Oh shit,
it's okay.
That's okay.
So.
I get livid all the time for Nat, so I would be livid for you too, and I'm so sorry because I would have done that too.
And that's funny how this. So when people talk shit to me, I'm just like, yeah, it's okay. Like, don't thank you for your advice. And she'll be like, I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah.
But like when it came to you, I became Audrey, and I was like, rawr. Yeah. Well, because here's why. I understand the marketing perspective. I understand that they invested in you. I understand that they're looking for a return in that investment. I get the business aspect of that, but how do you not know that women, if anything, your demographic of like your audience is now going to be women? It's going to profit them in so many more ways, in my opinion. Who listens to sappy, beautiful music all the damn time? Yeah. Women who can relate more
or
to
just that it's more
that song. Where do?
But also,
you know what I mean?
Just that it's more acceptable in the world too, because so many women are doing it. I just think that you're a different demographic they were looking for not having that.
I just think it would have been fucking awesome to see and test the waters and see how it would have performed. Yeah. However, I also know that you're still pursuing it and you're going to get right back. And it's
apparently me and Nat have big feelings on this, but
I mean, I think that if in today's day and age, which is like the most annoying phrase, but today's day and age, if you're writing music and if you find a lane that can set you aside from all the other white pop girls,
I mean, that's exactly where
my lane might be hot mommy who's like occasionally 420 friendly.
But also why can't I think of words? Words are hard today. Not attainable, but someone that you can reach out to and feel like you're their friend. You're so reachable to me. Like not in your talent, but in the way that I can relate to you. You're relatable.
Well, Kyle says it often. Like if I notice that someone is a mom, I don't go, well, fuck, I guess I don't like WAP anymore. Like, I don't say that. Like, I never say that. So, like, if the fucking music is good, then the music is good.
Exactly.
If I post about my husband, if I post about my babies, then okay. Like, the music is so good. Whatever. Let the music be the music. Yeah. But people get scared. We all are just trying to protect our investment. We want everyone wants the best. For me, I work with, like, the nicest, most supportive team. And they've, Katie could have said, wait a sec, girl, there's a pandemic going on. You're fucking randomly pregnant.
No,
see ya, but she didn't.
She has your back.
She has my back. One of the first questions she asked me when I told her was, do you have health insurance? And I was like, yes, I
cry.
do.
I love you. I love you.
Cry. Yeah, I love her too for that. I mean, I love her for other reasons, but
because
that
no one
right there.
Yeah.
No,
amazing. So I commend you for that. So guys, she's also represented by Katy Perry.
Well, I'm on her record label.
On her record label.
I guess, in a way.
I don't really know the term.
That's okay.
But also,
neither does my mom.
Shit. Did you just age me like 10 years?
It's okay. DJ has been
what the fuck?
DJ has been in this.
I don't even know.
But DJ has been in this industry for, I don't know, before I was born. I could imagine. Yeah. But literally, when people say, what does he do? I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I have boyfriends like that.
There's a million things.
I don't know, they pay
but
for
there's so many million things.
Like, I think it's really beautiful, though, just to go back on how you said that you didn't promote what the fuck? Promote.
Etienne.
Oh, God. You guys, we're at the point in our day.
Son.
Oh, you didn't post Etienne.
Yeah.
Because of the situation that you were in. You know, they were still getting divorced, so you were very respectful. She was very respectful of the other home.
Well, I have my own.
Well, that's what I mean.
But thank you for saying it was respectful. I was trying to be respectful. Yeah. I was also not trying to invite every fucking whoever from fucking the middle of the country to comment on shit they don't know about. So I wasn't putting it out there.
And also probably not trying to make another argument with other baby mama or other, the other.
Right.
Like, you don't want to have another drama.
So also, I want to also say I'm from the middle of the country. That's why I said middle of the country.
Okay. It's like,
sorry to those in the middle of the country.
So now that you have baby number 2 on the way, and then we'll wrap it up. But now that you do, you're able to post freely. And do you feel like How do you feel about being able to do that?
Well, there was a lot of the narrative with Etienne in the beginning, especially with Kyle and his divorce and everything, like driven by fear. Like we didn't post because there was such strange behavior happening from the away team, as I like to refer, that I honestly did not feel safe posting.
Wow.
And I did not feel safe letting them know about me expecting until I had to. There's articles out there that say, she was blindsided. She didn't know. She did. Did she find out late? Yes. Why? Because I was fearing for my literal safety. Like, I don't even want to.
It's okay. Yeah.
But now we have in happier news, in recent months, kind of like taking control of our narrative.
Yes.
Totally. Like that divorce is still ongoing. Kyle and I had a spiritual ceremony and we now refer to each other as husband and wife. Mm-hmm. Their divorce is still happening. But you know how amazing it was that he was like, we're having another baby. Let's declare to each other this. I mean, when he did that for me, there were so many things that like I was able to, I mean, I don't know if to say I was able to forgive him for, or just really fully feel his commitment to me, because I had to compromise a lot in the way that I welcomed my first child into the world. I didn't want to like have a baby in the middle of someone's divorce, nor did I want to not shout it from the fucking every hill in this goddamn fucking city. I wanted everyone to know.
It's such an emotional weight off of you.
Oh, so when he said, listen, I know my absolute fucked up situation is still ongoing, but I want to marry you in Hawaii and I'll wear a ring, and it's that situation is headed in the next few months, hopefully, to a close. So we're not like really jumping the gun. But when he said he wanted to do that for me,
always crying. Look at this.
It really meant a lot, and
I love this.
Yeah, and to say, you know, are we gonna announce our baby, our second baby, and all this? He didn't even blink. He wanted to announce it. He knew how much it hurt that I didn't the first, and
I can't imagine, because to me that was so special, and I know to Nat that was so special. Like we literally announced on the same day, which is why this podcast formed. So
I hurt for what you've gone through, but I feel so much. I just feel that things are different now. I could see a shift. I saw it, your narrative shifting, and I was just like, yes.
Oh, I'm so glad you can see it.
Yeah, I could totally see it.
I feel it. And also, good. Like, there was no, in the beginning, there were weird press, Daily Mail bullshit. I mean,
it's literally like, what is it? Not like fear mongering, but like media that's trying to get you to clickbait.
You know, all that.
God, I told you words are hard today.
Well, and there hasn't been any since Kyle and I announced our second baby.
Because you did it first. Yeah,
since we announced our marriage, and I, of course, in my mind, I'm an artist. I'm like, wait, where the fuck are the articles? It also could be that someone's publicist isn't working in Angle anymore. Yeah. Or it could just be, you know, the universe hopefully
is just allowing you to finally have your moment.
Yeah. And I'm so glad, actually, that my children won't have to like always be Googling and seeing. I don't want that for them, you know. So I'm so grateful that like people aren't like writing weird articles and positioning me in a way. It was so hard to go, you know, weird timing to have a baby, and check out my song. Yeah. Like, I want to just talk about my art, my expression. I love to write.
Yeah.
And I'm committed to my children. It's like my favorite.
That is your lane.
Favorite
honey.
topic.
That is now your lane, kids. And you're owning it.
Oh, and we love it. I love to see it. Yeah. I've had goosebumps like 5 times. Maybe like 15 this time, but I'm just gonna say 5.
I have so much to say. I really hope I did it in a succinct way, and like I don't want anyone to think that like I'm not here for like peace, love, and light. Like I really am.
If you know Sin, and if it hasn't come across, let me tell you, this woman is.
But also, like, I think that it was
amazing. And even though Audrey loves,
I'm like, let me just not let Nat empower this baby.
No, I just mean that. Listen, I know that sometimes these podcasts are brief and like you don't get to know the person in depth, so I did want
a comment section. It's scary.
Yeah, fuck that. Don't put no negative shit. I'll come after you. Actually, Audrey will. She's
I
scarier.
will.
But
and I won't because trauma. I can't.
And I
anymore.
will because trauma.
Shit, we are just traumatized women.
No, we're all in different places of our journey.
I would like to say what I was trying to say before I rudely interrupted Nat, and now she's natting me. Is that I don't think that what you didn't come across as like all over the place or not. You know, everyone watching this will have a different opinion, but this was like such a good conversation to learn you and learn your heart and your values and your love and your family. And to me, it was beautiful, and it made me actually realize a lot about just your own childhood and how hard it is to actually be in that situation.
Yeah, thanks, Audrey.
So.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that was sort of similar to mine, so I guess I'll just let her take that.
There's also
Adios mío.
There's so much like power that I get to take back when I just fucking say something out loud.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's why I do talk about things, so
because therapy there.
That's what me and Nat do. That's why we do this. It helps
into the mic and into the camera.
Yeah, just so you know.
That's how bad I need to take it back.
All right,
just
you guys,
so you know, that's what they tell me every day.
I think there's a lot of little tidbits of great information and also just relatable stuff on this. And
feel free to cut anything out.
I am not cutting anything.
No, you have to.
Nope.
No, I need final approval.
You will.
Fine.
I really do. I do.
You will.
Because someone's lawyer has hit me once.
You will.
And they will hit me again.
Let's cut now in our minds and then redo it.
Oh, I already cut.
No, but I have to do an outro.
Oh.
So, yeah.
We're still going.
Okay. And
so there was a ton of tidbits of amazing information about you, and I think people are going to love this episode and resonate with it. And so on that note, we will be wrapping it up, and if you want to just drop your Instagram and let everybody know where they can find you and all the fun things. And
sure. You can find me on Instagram at Cynthia Lovely. You can find me on TikTok at CYN. Don't know how I managed that one. Wait, yes, I do. My record label did that.
Bam.
Whoop, shout out them. Thank you so much for having me and for giving a voice to my story and letting me kind of claim a little bit of my identity and my new family.
Yes, we're celebrating this little
and
new
welcoming baby girl number 2. I mean, my first baby girl, baby number 2.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to see a lot of yourself in her.
Yay.
I'm excited.
I can't even. I'm like, who is she going to be? But oh my gosh.
Whatever. She's going to be a strong ass human. That's all we know.
Sure. Hell yeah. All right, guys. I'm Natalia.
Audrey.
Bye.
Thank you.